Hi, welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today I'm going to go over my GoRuck Rucker backpack and what I carry in it every day in an urban setting. So before I show you what I carry every day in an urban setting, it's just as important to show you what I choose to carry it in. About 6 months ago, I started the GoRuck program. So basically you're hiking set distances with weights on your back. That's the whole principle of it. I think over a 3-month period, the beginning program was like 75 miles. You also have to do workouts in between. There's some longer treks that's required, time treks that's required. It's a heck of a workout program, and when I started it, I realized that I needed a stronger backpack. So about 5 months ago, I upgraded to a purpose-built rucking bag. This bag is the Rucker model. It's their entry level. It's still expensive, but it's super heavy duty. It's designed to hold a ton of weight. So the first thing I noticed about this bag is the stiffness itself. When you first get it, the straps are actually uncomfortable. They're so hard. There's a stiffener in the back plate that, I'm still not able to push down after 5 months of daily carry, plus, like I said, probably 150 miles of weighted hiking with this bag. So the second thing I noticed about this bag is the size of it. It's very narrow, very small, fits tight on your back, because it's designed specifically for rucking events. So the straps on this bag are very thick. There are loops going down both shoulders. I've got a retainer for a water bladder on one side, and I actually have a sternum strap. Front of the bag, there's a Velcro for the morale patch. There's a slash pocket in the front, a grab handle, double zippers on top, as well as a roll of molly on the front and on the sides. Now I did modify mine. I've got 4 climbing grade D-rings with military webbing that I made a handhold for the bottom. Now the reason I did that is because when you do a GoRuck program, your bag is part of your workout. So you're hiking with weights, and then you're also doing ruck presses, ruck curls, all kinds of activities, and it's best to have something on the bottom of your bag to get a hold of. Now that I've touched on the bag, I'll show you what I carry in an urban setting on a daily basis. So keep in mind, this bag's set up for 2 reasons. Number 1 is rucking. This bag is built for rucking on trails. That's what I use it for primarily. I also carry it back and forth to work, so it has common everyday items that help me in an urban setting. So the bag has 2 double zipper pulls on top, and it zips all the way down to the bottom so the bag opens up flat. This is one of their key features that they push with the bag. This is not a big deal to me. I don't use the feature that much. So right away you can see how small this bag really is. I keep a change of clothes and I carry my lunch. Now this is in a Sea to Summit lightweight dry bag. This is the brand that GoRuck carries. For a lightweight bag, it's okay. It's saved me from getting food mixed with my clothes in my bag, but the bag will not hold water overnight. So any type of light duty use it's fine for, but I wouldn't push my luck with a lightweight bag like this. Also, I have a water bottle, nothing special, just a metal container. I could use this in a wilderness setting, but it's not what it's for. This is just for water. So here is the body of the main compartment. There is a tab right here. This is going to be really hard to see. There's a tab to hang a water bladder. Now I have a 3-liter water bladder. I do not EDC this. I keep this with my weight plate. When I hike, I take my lunch out, I slip my weight plate in, I put my hydration bladder on, and I'm good to go. So underneath the hydration holder, there's a Velcro strap, and what this does is it holds your weight plates in place. I've got a black bandana in here because it kind of blends in with the bag fairly well. Now there's 2 pockets here. The back pocket is where I keep my big weight plate. This Velcros down because if you're doing bear crawls or other type of GoRuck activities with your backpack on, you do not want your weight plate sliding around hitting you in the back of the head. It is not comfortable. So there's 2 pockets for weights. The rearmost pocket is where I keep my weight. In the front pocket, I keep a custom haversack. Now I made this in another video, I didn't say what it was for, but I made it specifically to slide into this bag. So inside the front lid, there is 2 pockets. There's a mesh pocket. Again, this is set up for rucking. I have a set of dry smart wool socks. I have a headlamp in case I'm out on the trail a little later than I plan on. I keep a Cliff Bar. And this is trail toes. What this does is prevent blisters. If you feel a hot spot, I can stop, I can put on dry socks, I can put trail toes on, and it keeps me moving. Okay, right on top of the bag, this is the top of the inside lid. This is where I keep all the items that I use the most. So right off the bat, I have an external battery. Now I use my phone to log my miles when I'm on the trail. That's important. That keeps me on pace. It tells me how fast I'm going. That tells me how many miles I'm logging. And I listen to music on some of the longer runs. I have Bluetooth headphones. For trails, some of the longer trails, these are very handy to have. Keeps you from going bored on like a 3 or 4 hour hike. I have an AC wall charger. I have a tape dish, and inside the tape dish I have charging cords for my Bluetooth headphones. I have charging cords for my phone, my external battery, as well as a backup set of earbuds. And then right here on top, I keep my main cutting tool. This is a small Swiss Army knife. Now I cannot keep a fixed blade at work, so this is what I have to make do with. It does everything I need, and it's a pretty good knife. So here in the front of the bag, there's a diagonal slash pocket. Now when your bag's loaded, it is very hard to get anything in and out of this pocket. So this is usually items that I don't need that often. Right away, you know, urban setting, I've got an Ohio map. I actually picked this up at the GoRuck Constellation event in Cincinnati. If you get to do any GoRuck events, I highly suggest you do a Constellation. You know, it's a lot of fun. Moving around urban terrain at night, the maps were critical. Okay, next in my diagonal slash pocket, you know, I have a Leatherman. You know, if you're in an urban area, you know, it's multi-cutting tools, it's a saw. A Leatherman is worth its weight in gold. Okay, also in this bag, I have a small Altoids tin, and this is my first aid kit, and it is geared specifically for rucking. So I'm going to deal with blisters. I've got Tylenol, ibuprofen, hydrocortisone cream, bandages, gauze, tape, second skin. Anything I need for foot care is in this kit. Okay, also in my bag, this is something I picked up for the GoRuck event in Cincinnati. This is a 4-way water key. In an urban setting, you know, there's no sense boiling, purifying water. You get to an industrial building, you can get it right out of the tap with this thing. Now the only other thing I have in here is, you know, I've got several of the morale patches. I usually don't run a patch at all. I just prefer a bag to just flat black. But I also have these high-vis markers, and these go through my webbing, and it's kind of handy to have at night or anytime early morning, just to make yourself less likely to get run over by a car. So I've got 2 of these things. You know, they slip right in when I need them. They're out when I don't. Nobody knows they're there unless I want them to. So this is my custom Tintsmith oilcloth haversack that I made specifically for my backpack. Now I did this in another video, and the reason I chose this is because I can keep all my survival items in a small haversack, slide it in and out of my bag depending on what I'm doing. So to go over my base items here, underneath the first flap, I have a small ferro rod. I have a base plate compass, big lighter, extra batteries, 1-inch roll of Gorilla Tape, and inside here is steel wool. So here is a second cotton bandana, and I have a couple different size needles in the bandana, as well as some thread. I have sticks of fat wood. I have a hank of paracord. And for cover element, I have two 3 mil thick 55-gallon drum liners. So within my bag, I have a complete, lightweight 10-piece kit that will get me through any short-term emergency. So as far as cutting tools, I have my Swiss Army knife as well as a Leatherman. For combustion, I have a ferro rod, Bic lighter. I have spare batteries for my headlamp, as well as steel wool inside the duct tape, and enough fat wood to get me a fire in any situation. For cover, I can do a lot with two 55-gallon 3 mil drum liners. For cordage, this is a full hank of 25 feet of paracord. For containers, I have a stainless steel water bottle that I carry, as well as my hydration bladder in certain situations. For candling device, I have a headlamp with extra batteries. I have duct tape for gear repair as well as first aid. I have a small base plate compass, as well as my cotton cloth bandana and canvas sail needles. So like any other bag, I pack the 10 C's first, and the rest of the items are convenience items. I can get by with a kit just like this in an urban setting, as well as a short-term emergency along a trail. This has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you next time.